welcome to Invictus Porsche. Well, I want to tackle two things in this video, and one of them being how the Porsche 986 Boxster saved the brand Porsche and why it is such a successful company today. Well, that's thanks to the 986 Boxster. And number two, I want to talk about this car in question. This is called a Porsche 986 Boxster Spider, and it's a spec that really stands out, and it's the 18-inch Carrera alloys, the factory fitted aero kit, which means this beautiful stunning front bumper, the side skirt, the spoiler at the back and the rear bumper. In terms of service history, this has a full service history. Currently it's done 64,973 miles, and the servicing in terms of the 8 stamps in the service book has been as follows: 15,000 miles, 28,000, 40,000, 56, 59, 62, 64 and 64 again. It's had a fair bit of work done at the Porsche Specialists that we partner with, AMS Porsche, and it's had a new clutch in August 2020, a bore scope inspection, an over rev report, and to be completely honest with you, this has a clean bill of health from us. In terms of exterior paint color, this is the Porsche Polar Silver Metallic color, and I love the small little touches such as having the wind deflector with the Porsche logo and the rollover bars in the exterior body matching color. And when you get into the inside, there's some really nice touches given to this car. That includes the full extended leather package, the 3-spoke leather steering wheel, the Porsche crest on the headrest, the aluminium/leather gear lever and handbrake, the Bose sound package, the illuminated mirrors in the sun visor, the Porsche stability management system, the high adjustable seats, and the upper part of the windscreen is tinted. In fact, the car is all original and stock, and it looks stunning. I mean, you would not be seeing many of these out and about on the road, but let's get into it and test drive it so we can wrap it up about talking about this Porsche and we can get on to the second subject of the video. So, driving experience. This car sounds amazing. Just hear this. Just wow. That sound, that exhaust note is absolutely phenomenal. And the gearbox, well, it is something out of this world. I don't say this often, especially on a 986 or a 987 Boxster, but I guess it's the brand new clutch that is doing all the magic it is doing, really, because it is such a fluid, efficient and fantastic gearbox at the minute, and the joy of driving this is out of this world. In terms of performance figures, this produces 225 brake horsepower, 260 Newton meters of torque, 157 miles per hour is the top speed, and the 0 to 62 is possible in 6.4 seconds. The total curb weight is 1,350 kilograms, and in terms of a combined MPG, it is able to produce 29 MPG. But on a motorway, I reckon one can comfortably hit 35 miles per gallon. This was going to be the core subject of this video. Well, it's about the success story of Porsche. Given Porsche's high-flying days today, you know, it's easy to forget. The company was on the verge of bankruptcy back in the early 1990s. In fact, Porsche's annual sales had fallen from over 50,000 units in 1986 to 14,000 in 1993, and only 3,000 of those sales were in the US. Among the chief causes for this decline were a faltering US economy and Porsche's bloated production process, the latter of which was steadily driving prices higher at the worst possible time. Things around Porsche needed a new affordable model to replace the aging 924, 944 and 968 platform. For inspiration, it looked to the success Mazda was having with the MX-5, introduced in 1989, Mazda's sports car, which took inspiration from the original Lotus Elan, had proven there was a strong market for a 2-seater roadster. So Stuttgart decided to do something similar. but with a Porsche's twist. The new car would be a mid-engine roadster, taking inspiration from the 550 Spider of the 1950s. At the time, Porsche's manufacturing process was a complete, utter mess. According to a 1996 New York Times story, engineers would have to sift through parts bins and climb ladders to search shelves while building a single car. The impact of the Toyota team was swift and evident. After instituting leaner production methods, Porsche said it had reduced the assembly time for one car from 120 hours to 72 hours. That is a remarkable reduction, and the number of errors per car had fallen at an astounding 50% rate. Prototype test mules using 968 bodies were built to test the mid-engine powertrain of the 986, with proper prototypes surfacing in 1994. Pilot production began in the second half of 1995, ahead of a series of production in the mid-1996. The Boxster was the first new model from Porsche in 18 years, and the 986 was only the sixth in the entire history of the company, following the 356, 911, 914, 924 and 928. Was released ahead of the 996. The 986 Boxster had the same bonnet, front wings, headlights, interior and engine architecture as the 996, which may be the reason for the 996's poor reputation, since they were so similar aesthetically. All Boxsters used the M96 water-cooled flat six-cylinder engine. It was Porsche's first water-cooled non-front engine. In the Boxster, it is placed in a mid-engine layout, while in the 911 the classic rear engine layout was used. The mid-engine layout provides a low center of gravity, a near perfect weight distribution and neutral handling. But not least, the Boxster was a runaway success between 1996 and 2003. The Boxster was Porsche's best-selling model until the Cayenne came along, and by 2007, aided by a growing lineup, Porsche had become the most profitable automobile manufacturer in the industry on a per-unit basis. I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Porsche 986 Spider Boxster, and also the history of how the 986 saved Porsche. So please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and if you have any other questions, let us know. Thank you. I'll walk home now. If you are after a good Porsche specialist, you've found it. This is RJD's Performance Workshop. They've got a Porsche 911 997, which is having a compression test, compression leak down test, a bore scope inspection and an over rev report, and loads of other serviceable items. And then he's also working on a Porsche 911 997 .2 PDK. It's a Targa, and he's just done loads of work for private customers. So if you are looking for a Porsche specialist, come to RJD Performance.